I'm Sid, and these are my best friends. My mom, Kim, my dad, Ty, and my sister, Maddie, who before starting her own adventure, joined us in rocking out a state-of-the-art refit on our floating home. Now, we're ready to set sail to die with memories, not dreams, and live Dauntless.
There you are.
I have to slow down again.
All right, so we're on a road trip. We are going to go to Fort Pierce, and a friend of ours that has another Leopard 50 is going to let us mold his keel step so that we can get the stub keels put on the boat before we go in the water, hopefully. So
3 hours down.
everyone's so excited. It's 3.5 hours to Foss Foam from Savannah, and then it's another, what, 3 or 3.5 hours to
Back to Fort Pierce.
It's a long ways.
And then 5 hours back to Savannah.
Road trips just aren't as much fun as sailing trips, are they?
No.
Yeah.
All right, Ty, tell me where we are and what we're doing.
So we are at Harbortown Marina in Fort Pierce, and you're looking at not our Leopard 50, but our friend's Leopard 50.
Well, obviously it's not our Leopard 50 because, well, it has a bottom
Well, we're not jumping ahead.
and heels. Darth does not.
I just meant we weren't jumping. We weren't jumping ahead on anybody because we're not nowhere near this point, obviously. So what we're doing is we're coming down. Now, you know that I got the mold from the factory, or the shape for the mold from the factory, and they gave me this shape as well. But to get enough depth on the 4-foot blocks, I had to cut off the keel, so to speak, and only made a stub in the mold at about 2 inches. This part here was really difficult to replicate because there's all these compound curves. So I was going to take the parts that I had cut out of foam, and we were going to hand shape it once we got the sacrificial keels, and kind of say, okay, well, if the sacrificial keel goes here and the stub keel goes here, we were going to foam and do some fill in to kind of make a mold. Well, we talked to our friends, and they said, hey, let's share notes and on the boat, and we're going to have our boat hauled out. So we took a break from our boat and to drive down here, and we're going to mold up these stub keels so that we can reproduce these for our boat. The cool thing about this is that this is an exact dimension, and we get to see how the stub keels or the sacrificial keels go on, because we don't have those. So just a big learning curve. But we were going to spray this all down with PVA and then lay up the glass mold, but I think what we're going to do is we're just actually going to tape with packing tape, and so that way we don't contaminate the surface at all, and it's easier to clean up afterwards. And we're just going to lay glass right over top of this packing tape. So that's pretty much it. We're taping it up. We're going to lay some glass this afternoon, and then we'll have the ability to fix our boat. It's pretty awesome.
Even though we have the sacrificial keels coming from South Africa, we decided to use this opportunity wisely and not only mold the keel stub, but also the sacrificial keel as backup. You know, just in case. And then hope that we never needed to use it. To create the break from one part to the other, we used drywall vinyl corner bead. Once the surface was prepped, it was time to start laying the fiberglass. Since we were really only creating an exterior skin, we used chop strand mat and polyester resin. Once we got the mold back to the boatyard, we could use the quad axe glass and epoxy to stiffen it up and get it ready to make parts.
ready.
All right, we are day 2 of the mold making while Kim's hurting herself over there and emptying cured resin buckets. Before we turn on the camera, we had just overlapped glass. And I went through with the grinder and actually cut through the glass and through the plastic drywall molding that we have and the packing tape that we put on top of it as a release agent. I cut that off so I could get in here and we can separate the top and the bottom from this plastic edging that how well you can see that in here. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna separate this backside and see how well we release off the mold, which looks like it's coming off pretty good. Once I'm confident that that's good, we got all of our cuts made, then we're gonna come back in and we're gonna add some additional 1708 with some more poly resin, laminating resin, just to stiffen this up. So when we go to make that mold, it's as stiff and as straight as possible before we put the really heavy duty battens on it to make more parts. So, come in here, Sid. Let's show everybody what this looks like. It's this plastic T-mold edging.
Yep.
Okay. And then we're gonna come here in the back.
Then we come around to the other side.
All right. See how flexible this top strand is. And yeah, we're gonna need to peel the tape to make life a little easier for us. I'm good for right now. Come down here, we'll tug and make that loose, and then this piece, yeah, there she goes. And there's our part we can pull out, just like that. So I'm gonna that's our test pull. I'm gonna tuck it back in. We're gonna throw some additional pieces, let it set up, and this afternoon we'll come and pop it off.
Sweet.
Make miracles happen.
Love it when a plan comes together.
Love it when a plan comes together. You guys, there's nothing.
He always wants to reveal.
Get the camera!
I
got the camera! All right, because we're not gonna add any more reinforcement on this one today.
I can't see your face. You're talking away from me.
Because I'm not adding any more reinforcement to this top piece, we put these Divinisil battens in. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this top one loose. The mold release is still on, so even if we spill some resin while we're working to reinforce these other parts, it's really not that big of a deal. But this will be a really, really cool way for you guys to see. Better come down behind.
Are you breaking it? Nope. Did we peel the top part? Like with that?
Oh, I broke the mold.
You broke it? You're not listening to what I said. I said peel the top.
I am. Well, they broke the mold when they made me, so.
Would you like the putty knife? Or the drywall knife, brother?
I don't want to scratch Dave's boat.
Ta-da! Yay!
Isn't that special? Isn't that? Look at that.
Wow!
Look how nice.
And it barely pulled any of the tape off. Yeah, really. That's amazing. Go team.
Woo team.
All right, put her out in the sun.
All right, I'll just stick her out in the dirt. You want her, how do you want her to lay down there, baby?
Smooth side up.
Since the inboard side went so well, we moved to the outboard side. The only problem is we used a different polyester resin and it did not perform the same.
Probably. So I'm just gonna make sure that it's kind of attached, but the smooshing on the seams around the block.
Air out. Air out, air out. All right.
Well, make sure that all of this is got good contact. Didn't mean for that extra to be on there. Apparently this one is really, really full of resin.
Doing this now. Kim, ooh, somebody, ooh.
Oh no.
Go, 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 go.
No, this is not good. It's eating it. It's done.
It doesn't, it's not really eating it.
Well, it really kind of is.
Not really, but watch out, watch out, watch out.
It's a good thing we have extra.
By the end of the day, we popped off all 4 pieces, peeled the tape off, and voila!
Oh man. Look at that shit. Huh.
That is brilliant.
Makes me happier than a puppy with 2 Peters. That's friggin' awesome.
Fucking perfect.
So this is the side that of course we'll put on the mold.
Yes.
Misspoke, right?
Yes.
Then we'll line it up. I'll tab off the bottom
Sand.
with the sacrificial peel, and
Yep.
then we'll have. That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome.
Yay!
There we go. That worked out really,
Job
really well.
well done.
Sure as hell.
What's that?
Yep.
It'll be the perfect shape.
Oh my gosh. Don't you love it when a plan comes together?
Love it.
That is amazing. That is fantastic. Are you happy?
I'm happy. All right. 6th layer over.
Now that we're back in the yard, it's time to put the final layers of quad-ax fiberglass on the starboard part. Same rodeo as before. Lay the fiberglass, put on the peel ply, put on the release film and breather cloth and the vacuum bag, and then let it sit overnight.
Do you want to say anything before we start?
Sure. So, next morning we've held vacuum all night, which is awesome. And I've gone through and sounded the hull. And I think we're in really good shape. And it looks like that this vacuum has done a great job of pulling the resin evenly throughout the surface. So we're not getting any dry spots that I can see from the top edges. And so that's good. So yeah, I'm excited. Today's the big day. We pop it out of the mold. One step closer to the water. Let's do this.
Look at that.
I think so.
Indeed. What are we doing? Taking the part out of the mold?
Give the kids a kiss. Yeah, good girl.
Just slowly tap it in.
Tap it in.
Kim, wait between taps so you can hear it. Tap. Do it again. Go. All right, wait.
You missed the wedge.
You're lucky the mold is there. That was heading for the boat.
Okay, go, baby. See it lift?
Who else wants to give a whack?
I do.
You want to whack it?
Yeah.
See, if I could choke up just a little bit on there.
there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I broke.
Keep going. Maddie, you want to hit it?
Oops.
Oh, go.
Did you want to hit it?
Go.
My wrist.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, I'm left-handed. You gotta
Switch.
Wait. Listen. Hit the other one. Again. Next. All right, Alex, go to the other end. All right, you want to sneak up on it. You don't want to try to muscle it too much.
Should we hit the other?
So there's so much pressure in the curved mold that it's snapping the boards in half.
It's free. Don't hit the mold. Rocking. I bet it's heavy as.
Oh, motherfucker.
We're gonna need the gantry to be able to get it up on the jacks.
Hooah! Go, Alex, go!
Woo! We gotta pull it this way because this is the wider end. I bet if we pull it this way because this way is wider, we could get it out.
I don't want to damage them. It weighs so much with us and the weight of it, we could easily crack the skin on the mold.
Turns out that I was onto something, but instead of trying to walk through the mold with the part, we decided to use straps and to walk it from the outside and then use the floor jacks to do the rest of the heavy lifting. Starboard repair part total success. It was so exciting to pop that baby out of the mold and see the perfect execution of Ty's vision for repairs.
Does that mean we can start making keel step parts?
Just about, maybe.